Hi everyone, welcome to #Hydeas. Today we have Mr. Ritesh Anand with us, who's founder and CEO of fairpockets.com, which is a lead management, in fact, a CRM system for real estate institutions. He has worked with brands like, Times of India Group. He was head of business incubation group for Times Internet. And we'll learn about his business today and, his entrepreneurship instinct with the new startup. So hi Ritesh, welcome to our show.
Hi Gaurav, thank you very much for inviting me.
Pleasure. So tell us something about your startup Fair Pockets, and how you started, and how the idea popped up.
So actually, we started almost 5 years back, and basically, we started with a B2C model. We started off with something called as price curated property portal, and somehow we were getting short of funds. So when we reached out to the market after creating that product of ours, the B2C one, uh, we start getting some inquiries about some B2B product on a similar line. Actually, the builders and brokers, they were asking that why don't you convert it to that and give us this product, because something of this sort is not available in the market. So then we converted our product into a B2B model. Wonderful. And we started selling this B2B platform for builders. We started off with the builders, wherein builders can manage their entire broker network through mobile apps and web platform. So that was slightly new. So currently you have CRM, which actually manages just the lead. But what we started off was a builder broker platform, which allows the developer to manage their broker network. They can send information related to projects, pricing, and various other things to the broker. And we also created a B2B platform by which broker can list their projects on our mobile platform, and any builders can list their project on the mobile platform, and any broker can join them as a channel partner instantly. As soon as they join them as a channel partner, they get access to all the details of a developer project, and they are enabled with all the information, and they can sell instantly. Then we added more products like lead management system, which are more low-hanging fruits. And that's how we moved into B2B. And currently we have a full-fledged CRM where we manage leads and project information and other things for builders and brokers.
So who brings you almost 80% of revenue? What is your kind of, customer persona? The key customer persona? Are you targeting the builders only, or are you targeting the big institutions?
Currently we are targeting mostly the brokers actually. Okay. Because they are low hanging basically people, because we reach out to the broker owner directly, and then we try to explain our product, and we then sell our product directly through them. Builders takes time to sell, because builders already are using some kind of software, some big software with big brands like Microsoft and others, basically.
Correct.
So it's slightly difficult to crack. So we brokers are a main thing. In fact, 6 months back, we also added another product, which is lead generation. So performance marketing along with the CRM. So this technology plus lead generation activity. So brokers are mostly RERA registered brokers. So that is what we target.
And how you are reaching out to them? What kind of marketing strategies, like say offline or online, and organic, inorganic? Some ideas on that.
So initially, last year or so, we had a field sales guys. We used to sell through the field sales team. But this year onward, we changed our model. We have gone to an online sales team now because of the Zoom and Google Meet. So we have moved into an online mode completely now. We have guys who do telesales from here. They fix up meeting, they give demo online, and once the broker approves of this product, then we do the activation, and then the training happens online. So everything we are moving online now. what it does is that now we can reach out to pan India broker network with a team of say 20 sales guy only on only available in Delhi NCR. We don't have to physically have our offices in other parts of the country. So that actually will help us in scaling up. So this is our primary mode of selling. We have also got into other things like social media and other broker network in Facebook and others. Basically, we are trying to leverage social media also to generate leads and sell our product to these broker and also builders. So these are the two mediums, but primarily the sales team actually.
Primarily the sales teams.
Yeah.
So which channel precisely helps you, bring in the best ROI or say the most eyeballs?
Right now sales, but I feel going forward, the social media and online will also play a key role. Currently, we don't have that much bandwidth. So we are not able to focus too much on the other part, which is the online medium to reach out to.
Let me simplify my question. You are currently you're saying your majority of your focus is on converting through the sales team, right? But you need to generate leads for that team. So how you are generating that lead was my question. So which channel is helping you most to generate that lead?
Okay, so basically, I'll tell you how the B2B sales works here. So if I have a guy, he can make about 150, 200 calls a day to a broker network. And these broker data you get basically through the website of RERA also most of the time, or there are various ways by which you can collect all this data. Once they make about 100, 150 calls a day, they end up generating at least 10 to 12 leads or inquiries. And then some of these guys will ask for demo instantly, and some of these will ask for demo maybe after a couple of days time or something. And that's how the lead buildup happens. So every day, one person can generate about 10 to 12 inquiries or leads basically. And some of the time in 1 or 2 days only the lead happens, the next day training happens, and then the closer happens actually. So everything happens instantly. So this is what has been happening by so cold calls basically. Cold calls, then 10% will be your 10 or about 5 to 8% would be your leads, and then closer would be another like 2% of the overall calls or something like that.
That's a smart way actually. I remember the time of cold calls, and I also I've seen the shift from from the offline marketing strategies to totally going online marketing strategies, right? And I feel somehow one thing is missing in this new era is that people have forgotten that even the things like cold call still work very well, and sometimes in some cases when you have high ticket value businesses, a cold call or maybe a sales call or maybe direct connection with the consumer, direct call to the consumer work better, far better than trying to convert them online, on their own piece. So it's a smart strategy actually to keep a mix of both of them.
So cold calls is the old way of doing business,
right?
And somehow, so we are doing the old ways in a new style, which is online basically. So we are leveraging technology so we have merged basically old and new both actually. And I feel that cold calls is happening with the help of Zoom and other things.
No, I remember
I think
why I'm talking to you. I remember talking to Mr. Bachani, I guess, the founder of Naukri.com. I remember talking to him in one of the conference in Leela, and he told me, I know there are strategies that work for digital marketing, but he simply had a setup of offline sales team, and he was seeing a far better conversion rate than their online conversion. So he said, if I'm seeing the better conversion rate in offline marketing, in cold calls and sales calls, why should I not invest majority of my funds into the this offline marketing strategy instead of going to online? So that still works. That is a valid strategy that at least people and start budding entrepreneurs who are beginning can actually think of. And the smart thing was that you use the the database of RERA and not trying to build up your own database, which saved probably a lot of cost to you and a lot of time to you, and you can simply just jump start on the sales process. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
correct.
So how would you advise, startups to prevent marketing failures? What kind of, issues you see that, usually founders and entrepreneurs fail, whether they are startup or small business entrepreneurs or SMEs also who are trying to transform their business into digital, businesses. Any advices on that?
So, just for a second. Yeah. So for most of the startups, I feel, look, I'm one of the like sales marketing co-founder, you can say. So I started my career in sales. So I'm pretty comfortable, and now I'm running a software company, actually, software and advertising company. I don't know like S of software, but I've been doing that. So uh, so so actually, I feel that. One advantage what or one learning which we had was that whenever we go to the market, the product is very user friendly, plus we are always open to change the product, because until unless you have a right product, you can't sell.
Correct.
Like 2 years back, our product was like very much unfinished, and we were finding it. So we used to sell through push, like you meet guys and somehow somebody or other will buy it, but it was very difficult sell. But over the period of time, we were very conscious of the fact that the product has to be so smooth and basically fit the market requirement in such a
Correct.
way that you should be able to sell fast and scale, because until unless you sell fast, you can't scale. So I think you have to constantly work on the product. You have to keep meeting the clients. Being a sales co-founder, I have always met the clients actually. So whenever you meet the client, client will give you 10 suggestions. Then whenever somebody buys your product initially, like I remember I sold to a very large broker based out of Noida. In fact, we are based out of Noida only, Gaurav. I think you mentioned
Right.
initially. So we sold to one very large broker, and their team worked with us for 3 months to customize our product to their requirement, and we completely, like, without any cost, we told them just keep giving us suggestions and make our product better, and they helped us a lot. And after that, when we go with this product to any other broker, everybody wants the same thing, because the industry remains the same, the requirement remains the same, and it has been developed by the industry experts. The first sale was maybe it's slightly tough, but you sell them but still you don't give them free. Basically, you sell them at a like lower price or whatever, and make them work. So for me, most of the brokers and their guys are actually helping me build the product. So I take their suggestions, and then like every day you have so many meetings and this happening. So based on that, so I think product improvement is very important. And obviously then once the product improvement happens, then obviously you have to fix out your sales model. Like the model which is working for me may not work for somebody else, uh, but the field sales model may work for somebody else, or may completely online model may work for somebody else. So we are also looking at going completely online. We are trying to integrate payment gateways and also that people can instantly buy and activation happens automatically. So we are moving into that mode. That may still take some time, but yes, we'll be reaching there soon.
Wonderful. So let me just ask you very short, cross question with that point also. How did you decide about the pricing? What were the pricing strategies? How did you come up with the price of your product? Maybe tiered one or maybe the fixed one. How do you price?
Okay. So
Just some hints. You need not to go to very
pricing,
detail. Just some hints.
yeah. So pricing basically, uh, I looked at some of the competition which is available in the market, and my pricing was almost, when I started, I wanted to have a penetrative pricing because I wanted to remove some of the old players which is there in the market. So my pricing was almost half of the lower end price product in the market, and we will be almost one fourth to the premium products in the market actually. So it's a very, very competitive pricing which we have kept. And now slowly, steadily, we are adding adding more to our. So we are increasing our prices actually. So initially, my pricing was so competitive that in case somebody likes the product, even 40% they will buy my product because of the pricing factor. And now our product is like we are like most of the, so we have been getting some big brokers with 100 plus users, and some of them have even told us that they have evaluated over 15 CRM, and but they liked ours the most because of user friendliness and simplicity and all. So now people are liking, so we are increasing our prices, but at the lower end actually, but still much lower than the premium ones.
Wonderful. So what I'm drawing from you as a core point for startups and entrepreneurs can learn is that probably your product must fit the market requirements, but as well as the end user requirements as well. So the feedback collection, and the basis of the feedback, you got to improve it back and constantly to change it to meet the runtime and requirements is a wonderful kind of marketing strategy to be able to sell it fast and scale it. Wonderful. So as a closing remark, just help us understand how did you sailed through this tough time of last 2 years, and some advice for other startups as well.
So my strategy for sailing through tough time is to keep your cost at the lowest actually. So as an entrepreneur, I have seen a lot of people who start off with big bang. They'll buy big offices for rents and all, and they'll
Right.
have higher fancy teams basically. So I have a completely different strategy because I've been doing this for five years. I've not raised any funds, and the best way to do it. And now we are kind of in a situation that. Anyway, now we have been making decent money, and now we are ready to scale up basically. So you have to keep your cost at the lowest because we are also individuals. We have all worked in large organizations. We have been getting salaries and all, and now you have to run your house. You have to run your business. So if somebody wants to enter any, if somebody wants to enter any venture of their own, they should keep at least 4-5 years of expense for both house and home, house and personal expense, because then you'll be completely dependent on investors. And investors you may get or you may not get. What percentage of people do get investment? But at the end of the day, if you have a product, if you start making money, then everybody will come in line actually. So, so I think focus on the product and business. And if you are dependent on investors, then obviously more often than not, you'll have to close up your business and go back to the job actually. So my mantra
Self-sustainability is crucial. That's I
sustainability
subscribe
is
to that.
very, very important, and always ready to change, improvise, because what you are doing will be wrong. We all have worked in organizations, large organizations. We have been doing work in silos, but here you have to take care of everything actually. So that is why, that is my recommendation to people.
Wonderful, Ritesh. Thank you very much for sharing your time with us today. It was wonderful speaking to you and to learn from your experiences. Thank you very much for your time today. Thanks very much for coming on show.
Thank you very much, Gaurav, for this opportunity to speak.